Hello everyone, welcome to another video. Thank you for being patient with me. Right, what I wanted to say is no audio in this video, of course. I mean, you can hear the sound, me speaking, of course, but it's not it's not going to be an audio topic, I'll say. Right, so let me quickly say this. What I did is I got some LEDs of our favourite bulk buy Chinese website, beginning with Ali, ending in Express. And I got these LEDs, remote controlled. The remote does exist somewhere. Nonetheless, you get to see it later in the video. And the problem is, the installation on them is not great. And that's one. Hence why there's some little blue tape thing. Also, my car is a CAN bus interior car, which means it does checks for light bulbs which go out, right? These do not drain a lot of current, so the system gets a little bit confused, and what happens is, because they store memory, right, so whatever color you choose, they will store it. However, when you have a CAN bus check, what it does, it sends like an intermittent signal into the light to check if everything's okay. And because these are multicolored, and not only, you can switch them on and off, they either like to reset or just not turn on completely. What I did is I tried putting in a resistor in, a parallel resistor. That didn't work. It blew after 2 days. So what I did, I bought a trim pot, right? Basically to control the amount of well, the idea was to control the amount of resistance in the circuit. However, this did not prove very well, and I think they blew as well. So I was very confused. So what I did is, I might have the cable somewhere here. I've installed 2 of them, so this way I can control the voltage and the current. Sorry, or the resistance rather. It was an okay solution, but it's you could see that amount of mess I have in the wires. So I was looking at eBay the other day. What I ended up doing is buying something like this. It's a T10, right, or W5W adapter, right, there and there. However, it operates on the same voltage and the same current as interior lights, right? So if we look at the specs, right, there we go, LED warning canceller. I'm not quite sure about the ISO markings, but yeah, the specs are there. Voltage 12, draw current 0.29 amps, output power 3.2 watts. And these have very low. I don't even know what how many watts they have, but basically, what the CAN bus system is looking at is 5 watts. And from what I understand, these two collectively will provide a load, right, of 5 watts within the circuit, right, or a power draw, however you want to call it. So this should work. Also, I would like to point out, even though this was bought off eBay, right. Again, it's not letting me focus in. Oh, here we go. The writing on top is, believe it or not, it's actually Japanese, not Chinese. Quite intriguing, I know. But however, it wouldn't be the first thing I've bought off eBay, and it turns out to be Japanese. Anyway, moving on. Right, so what I'll do, I'll cut the ends off, of course, and I'll use the ends of here. Right, I mean, I got them off eBay or Aliexpress as well. Right, so they go into the light circuit. Right, so what I'll do, I'll chop this bit off, connect it to that, check if it works. Happy days. I'll solder it. I'm not going to record myself soldering. It's because it's very boring, and I don't think my channel is so big for me to record soldering videos. I'm pretty sure there will be someone more interesting and more capable of doing that. So anyway, so this is the plan for now. I'll see if it works. I'll put it in a car, and yeah, I mean, obviously in this video it's going to be a couple seconds for you, but for me, I'll give it about 2 days, 2-3 days to see if it actually works or not, and then I'll give you an update, because there's no point me checking it now because I know it's going to work for the next 2 days. So yeah, this is what I'll do now. Obviously, I'll check if it works. I'll just plug in a cable at home to see if there is power, and yeah. I said yeah about 3 times, but please excuse me, my channel's, you know, I'm still new to this. So let's see what happens. My creation is finished. All the lights are good to go. Everything's connected up. Everything's checked. Resistors in place. Shrink wrapped and tester taped. Connectors all good to go. So exciting times. The LEDs are installed, and I am very, very happy. So the mode of operation is you use the remote to obviously change the color. You have an automatic mode. You can switch them off completely, turn them on. You can increase the speed. You can, I'm trying to see, it's quite dark. Yeah, so you can increase the speed, decrease the speed, make them more, I would say, subtle in change, right? You can turn the brightness up, turn it down, and then of course you have your solid colors here. Yeah, I mean, so far all of them seem to work. The resistors do not get hot as well, which is good news. Oh, that's not what I wanted. I wanted to put this on and increase the brightness. Here we go. So yeah, I mean, now you could see how bright they get. I mean, it is quite, I mean, forgive me, it is quite dirty, but, and they are all in sync as well. So, oh, yeah, so they are all in sync. So if I do this to 1, same thing happens in the back. Oh, I don't know if you'll be able to see that. Yeah. So if I change 1, it happens to the front as well. So yeah, overall quite pleased. Yeah, we'll give it 2 days. We'll see what happens. Yeah, they do tend to get a bit fussy with all the resistors. So we'll see what happens. And then yeah, I'll give you an update now. They do work. They definitely do work. And I am very, very pleased. However, the only problem is, well, it's not really a problem, an issue. When I lower the brightness down, when they do turn off, they kind of stutter a little bit. So I prefer to have my LEDs a little bit darker, right? So kind of gives an ambience rather than, you know, like a striking, you know, like hitting your face. However, what happens is, rather than dim, they flash a little bit, like you can see now. However, right, so there was a slight color change. However, if I put the brightness to maximum, like now, no such problem occurs. But yeah, like I said previously, yeah, I think this is like 2-3 days I'm running the resistors right now, and yeah, I mean, I don't really have a problem with the LEDs really. I mean, they do change color and they do keep the memory, and I think so far it's okay. We'll see. I'll keep monitoring the situation. But I mean, so far I'm quite happy. So yeah, now let's wait for them to, yeah, there we go. Definitely much smoother in person than on camera. But yeah, that's about it for this video. Thank you so much.
Also, as a side note, this is the LED resistors I was using. I'll include the link below. By the way, I'm not sponsored by them or anything. It's just the one that I've used, and it seems to work, so I'm quite happy. And also, I'd just like to point out that the kind of stepping of the light that was visible on screen, I highly believe this can be prevented by using a capacitor, considering there is a capacitor in the original lighthouse or light bulb housing. So I might also try that. But anyway, without further ado, until the next video.